Peace. What's going on, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tune on in, man, before I start building on the topic for the day, man. I got about a good 30 to 40 minutes, man. So give y'all a little chance to tap in, man, before I start diving into the subject matter for the day. Hopefully everybody having a powerful Monday thus far. Keeping it peaceful, keeping it healthy, keeping it productive, keeping it efficient. All of those good things, man. Andronicus, peace. What's going on with you? How you holding up? Travian, Tavon, Magic Realms, peace. Peace. How y'all doing, man? How y'all holding up? How y'all holding up out here? Kyle, peace. What's going on with you? D, peace. What's going on? Andronicus, you already know. Yeah, we gonna vent again today, man. We gonna talk about Nick, peace. What's going on? Antoinette, peace. Queen, what's going on? Yeah, everything is smooth my way, man. Everything is smooth my way. I'm good. Just a little sore, but I'm used to being sore via the workouts and all that good stuff, man. So I'm good. I'm good. But we about to talk about America being soft, man. We about to talk about it. We about to talk about it. We about to talk about America being soft, man. How it's almost impossible for you to express your manhood, man, or just praise another man, whatever the case may be in regards to manhood in America, just how that's off limits and how that is offensive out here. To just talk about what it means to be a man is offensive out here. To live according to that reality is even more offensive. So when you out here chopping it up with these young brothers, man, you telling them things that a man does, things that a man doesn't do, then again, that's offensive. People get offended. People get in their feelings when they hear that type of language. Back in the day, that was the norm. Back in the day, it was the thing to do to sit a little boy down and say, listen, this is what a man does. This is what a man doesn't do. A man does this. A man doesn't do this. That was the norm back in the day. That's how that was supposed to work back in the day. You were supposed to be raised by other men in regards to what a man should do and what a man shouldn't do. Nowadays, you're not able to sit down and do that. You're not able to talk to a young boy, a young man, and tell him what a man is supposed to do, the type of life that a man is supposed to live. You're not able to do that without somebody getting offended. We're not able to talk that type of language without somebody getting offended. And it's crazy. And like I said, that has pretty much made the newer generation quite soft. And I deal with a lot of young bulls, man. I deal with a lot of young men, man. And I can tell you right now that the work ethic and just tolerance for pain, just little stuff that we never would have thought to complain about back in the day, they complain about it heavily, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like just going back to my sports days, man, and just some of the ways the coaches talk to us back in the day, like you can't even fathom talking to these kids like that these days, man. You might listen, you're gonna lose your entire job talking to these kids the way that we was talked to back in the day. Andronicus, it's role reversal, man. So now they reversing the roles. They reversing the roles. That's all that's happening. They reversing the roles. They are reversing the roles. All right, man. I think my mic was tripping for a minute. Make sure y'all can hear me, man. Y'all can hear me? Because I just got a mic message talking about my mic wasn't working. So make sure y'all can hear me, man, before I continue going on and y'all start saying, man, I can't hear anything you saying. So y'all can hear what I'm saying? Y'all hear me good? Let me know something, man, because my computer just let me know. Said something about my mic being disconnected, man. I ain't got time for that. So let me know if y'all can hear me, man, before I continue on. All right, cool. We in there. Now let's get back. Let's get back to how soft the younger generation is, and let's get to the root cause of that. And we already know the root cause of it. We already know that they, again, They kicked the man out of the household. They made it more beneficial for the male to not be present in the household. That benefited the woman, that benefited the black child. And they made it that way by design. So then when you make it that way by design, what is the end result? You have what? Single mothers. And we cannot ignore the fact that that is contributing to these younger men now being soft. We cannot ignore that. We cannot ignore that. And a lot of times when you say that, a lot of these women, a lot of these single mothers get all in their feelings. Nobody is trying to take anything away from you being a great single mother. But the fact of the matter is, these young men, they need other men in their lives, man, to teach them how to be a man. There is no possible way. That's like me trying to teach a young woman how to be a woman. I can't do that. You cannot instruct a young man how to be a man out here. That is impossible. You cannot do it. Just like I can't instruct this young woman how to be a woman. I just cannot do that. Can't do it. That young man needs male figures in his life. Period. Point blank. Just like the young woman needs older women in her life. Point blank. Period. She needs adult women to look up to. Point blank. Period. Like that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So we got a lot of these single mothers raising these boys. And again, they never leave the stage of boy. They stay at boy for the longest. When they hit 20, 25, they still at the boy stage. Because nobody can raise them to be a man because they don't have any male figures in their life, man, in the fam. So we got to do better, man. We got to do better in that regards. We got to do better in that regards, man. For the most part, that's where a lot of that is stemming from. Justin, peace, what's going on? King Grady, peace, what's going on? But a lot of times, like I said, when you say that, then everybody want to get all emotional and jump into their feelings. But let's be real. Let's be real. A lot of this is a result of dudes being raised by single mothers, point blank, period. Point blank, period. And that just, it is what it is. I'm not saying by default, if you raised by a single mother, you're going to turn out this way. But I'm saying for the most part, that is the contributing factor to this situation. That's the contributing factor to this situation, man. You need other men around you to tell you how to be a man. That is what you need as a young male, as a young boy. You need other men around you instructing you on how to properly be a man. And then on top of that, the role models around you that are men, we got to do better at leading by example. We can't just keep telling these young men what to do. Then we not leading by example. So we can't tell them what to do. And then when they analyze our ways and actions, it don't line up. We got to stop doing that. So when you find a young boy that needs your guidance, you got to make sure you are properly guiding him, not just by your words, but by your actions as well. So when you giving the young boy the game, you got to make sure you giving him the game, but you live in the game that you're giving him. That is important. Terenzo, peace, what's going on? Like, that is important. Like, these young boys don't want to just sit and hear you talk about what they need to do. They want to see you doing it. Show and prove, as we say. They want to make sure that you are living out the reality that you speaking to them. And that's important. So we got to do a better job on that regards, man. So when you find a young boy, when you find a young male that needs your guidance, man, you got to make sure that the words that you are giving them, you got to make sure you living those words out yourself, man. The advice that you giving them, you got to make sure you applying that advice to your life. For the most part, make it to where they don't even have to ask you questions, man. They just analyze how you living and they getting all the answers that they need just based off of just analyzing your life. Like, all right, I see him moving like this. I see him moving like that. This makes sense. This is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to just follow in his footsteps. I'm going to just follow his actions. Like, that's what we got to do. Magic Realms, man, speaking of that, again, toxic masculinity, toxic femininity. You even have, listen, what the people don't want to understand, people don't want to speak on it, but I'm going to say it. Listen, toxic homosexuality, that's a thing that nobody wants to talk about. That is a thing, man. Don't nobody want to talk about that, man, but that is a thing. That's a thing. Toxic homosexuality, man. Listen, the homosexual community is bold out here, man. Bold out here, man, because they got a lot of rights. They got a lot of freedom. So they bold out here. They bold out here. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. They want to talk about toxic masculinity, man, but talk about the toxic homosexual community out here, man. They bold. They thinking they can turn people out, man. I done been in situations, man. I done worked in environments where homosexual women came in there and they didn't try to shoot the shot at some of the co-workers that were female. I'm like, man, nah, she don't do that. She was, and then this is what the response was when I said that. I said, nah, man, she's straight. She don't do that. The response by the homosexual, the lesbian, whatever they want to call themselves, her response was, she just ain't met me yet. I bet you I can turn her out. Come on, man. That's toxic. That's toxic. Once somebody says like, nah, this ain't, they don't fool with that type of lifestyle, leave them alone. Leave them alone. But I didn't seen it. I've literally seen say, nah, man, she don't fool with that, man. She don't swing that way. Nah, I bet you I can turn her out. She just ain't had no experience yet. Come on, man. See? Come on. Now, if we do something like that, if a man does something like that, then we on trial. We mess around and get locked up for something like that. We harassing people. We do something like that, it's harassment. If we try to talk to a woman and that woman like, man, nah, don't fool with it, leave me alone. And then we say, nah, you just ain't had this experience yet. Now we harassing them now. But then if they do it, then it's cool. It's cool. They can literally sit up here and say, well, she just ain't had this experience yet. I can turn her out. They can say that type of stuff, and that's cool. That's cool. Tell you what's going on, Bonafide, what's going on? D, I'm already knowing, man. People be bold out here, man. I done had to curse dudes out, man. Get out my inbox with that, man. This ain't that, so chill out with all that. And I know of plenty of situations where dudes have been aggressively trying to pursue dudes that they know wasn't that way. And this is the thing about it that they don't want to talk about in the homosexual community. It's a thing, man. It's a thing to try to turn people out in that community. So it's a thing to try to say, okay, that person is straight, but I bet you I can make him turn gay or something like that. That's an actual thing, if y'all didn't know that. So that's a thing that they want to act like don't exist. That's a thing. That's a thing, man. I didn't heard it. I didn't seen it. So that's a thing. That's a thing to see if I can turn somebody out. Yeah, they say they ain't gay, but they just ain't had no experience yet. They don't know they ain't. Come on, man. But is that not toxic? Is that not toxic? But nobody talks on that though. Nobody talks on that though. But the moment a dude says something, it's harassment and all that type of stuff. But nobody talks on that form of harassment, which I have seen, which I have been a victim of. Like, man, leave me alone. But then when I blast them, now I'm homophobic. I'm homophobic. If a dude came to me, tried to make advances on me, and I politely shut him down 2 or 3 times, then the moment I explode, guess what I'm gonna get labeled? Homophobic. That's what I'm gonna get labeled. So come on now. Bonafide, I'm telling you, it's predatory to a T. And like I said, I've seen it. I never forgot. I was in the bank, man. I was in the bank. And listen, they are aggressive with it. It's like when once they figured out that the female co-workers were straight, it was like that just made them more aggressive. That just made them want to try to talk to him more. I'm like, yo, she don't get down like that. Now, when she pop off on you, then everybody gonna say she hate the gay community. So leave her alone, man. She done already told you this is not that. Leave her alone. So when she pops off on you, then I don't blame her. So nah, man, people want to act like that type of stuff don't exist though. Yeah, D, I'm already knowing, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I just seen all of that. I just seen all of that, man. But like I said, man, we just talk about what it means to be a man, and now we getting criminalized out here, man. We getting labeled toxic, man. We getting labeled all type of negative things, man, by simply expressing what it means to be a man, by simply talking about manhood. That in and of itself gets us labeled toxic, and we haven't even did anything. We just talking about what it means to be a man. That's all we would do, and that'll get you labeled toxic. But they can push up on people who are obviously not trying to swing that way, and nobody labels that toxic. Like, come on, man. Like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. And I ain't got time for it. Brittany, I'm telling you, I'm glad you said it, because I witnessed it. I literally witnessed it. I literally witnessed that being said. Like she just don't know. She just don't know. She just ain't had the experience yet. I'm like, dude, wow. So it went from y'all was born that way to y'all feel like y'all can turn everybody that way. Make up your minds out here, man. Make up your mind. It went from being born that way to we feeling like we can turn everybody out. That don't make any sense now. It went from it wasn't a choice to I can turn everybody out if I want to. They just ain't experienced it yet. So y'all don't understand y'all don't understand the hypocrisy in thinking you can just turn everybody that you like. You don't understand the hypocrisy. Because the moment somebody starts talking about it, you're gonna swear up and down you was born that way. But if you was born that way, then why are you trying to turn people who telling you that they not born that way? Why are you trying to turn them that way? You letting them know right there it's a choice. You letting them know right there. It's like subconsciously you are admitting that people have the choice to either be gay or not to be gay. So you subconsciously are admitting that right there. Because if that wasn't the case, then you would leave them alone because obviously they wasn't born that way. So leave them alone. Now you just trying to say they ain't had the experience yet. Come on now. Come on now. Make up y'all mind. Y'all sounded confused. God-fearing king. I'm already knowing. I'm already knowing. Tay, and that's what there you go. Don't knock it till you try it. So, like I said, it went from being born that way to don't knock it till you try it. You just ain't experienced it yet. You ain't had my experience. Like, dude, leave it alone. They are aggressive. They are aggressive. They are aggressive. Terenzo, I'm already knowing. I'm already knowing. People know not to play them games to me. And it's crazy, right? It's crazy when they play them games with you. And like I said, the only thing that gets highlighted is your response. So if somebody trying to push up on you and you obviously don't swing that way, your response is gonna get highlighted. So if you respond in a negative manner, like if you curse them out, like, man, quit playing with me, man. I don't do that. People gonna highlight your response. They're gonna say you homophobic. Why you have to respond like that? Why you have to talk to them like that? Why you had to say it like that? Come on, man. So we supposed to sugarcoat everything when it comes to them. Whole while when the dude approaches a woman the wrong way and the woman snaps on him, then that's cool. But if the homosexual man tries to make advances on me and then I snap on him, now I'm homophobic and all that type of stuff. I need to be more concerned about his feelings, or you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta watch how I respond. Come on, man. Nah. When it gets to know, I'm gonna respond just like I would respond to anybody else that's getting on my nerves after I done told them I don't fool with something and they keep trying to press the issue. Tay, that's what I'm saying. They get all in their feelings when you say mental illness. And that's why I was labeled as such. They get in their feelings. It is what it is. If you think you can turn the whole world out, then that's letting me know what's up with this situation. Hey Jay, and that's what I'm saying. We don't even have man, listen. Man, put that on the screen, man. I'm gonna just put that on the screen because it's just right and exact. Bonafide super straight gets you banned off TikTok. Doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Travian, I never care. You a grown man. I'm treating you like a grown man, so you better get out of my face with the nonsense. I don't like you say. I don't care what you identify as, man. If I see you as a grown man, then I don't treat you as such. So you better watch how you approach me because you will get treated as such. So I'm gonna treat you just like I would treat another grown man that I don't know that's saying some wicked stuff to me. Man, you better get out of my face with that. You got about one more time to say something that I'm not too fond of as a grown man that I don't know. So nah, don't play with me like that. I don't play with grown men, period. So don't play with me. Don't play with me. And I don't care what you identify as. Ain't no grown man finna play with me. Ain't no grown man finna say some things I'm not too fond of in my presence. Nah, it's not, man. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Righteous Reese, what's going on? Brittany, wow. I don't know if I saw that. You may have said it, but I probably didn't see that. But you got suspended for saying she don't agree with the LGBTQ thing. I would have got expelled then. I would have got expelled because it's nonsense, man. It's nonsense. It's nonsense, and it's nonsense to the point now because they just they want to say we throw stuff in people's face. They want to say we doing that, but they are so delusional. The thing about this community is they are so delusional that they swear up and down that they don't have an agenda. All they got to do is look up the word agenda, and they would see that they definitely have an agenda. It's definitely an agenda to push that type of lifestyle to make it more acceptable. They can't even admit that they delusional. Do you know what the word agenda is? Everybody has an agenda. The whole reason why y'all formed a community in the first place is to get people to accept your lifestyle. That's an agenda. So the fact that they deny that there's an agenda to push that lifestyle to make it more acceptable lets me know how delusional these people are. They can't even admit that they have a legit agenda. Whole reason why you got a community in the first place is because you have an agenda, is because you striving to do something. That's an agenda. Wisdom, peace, what's going on? Justin, that process, we already know. All right, you can say more than that. All right, just what I'm saying, man. America is soft, and it's really affecting us men. They make us look bad any chance they get. And I'm glad you brought up sports, man. It's like we'll say something. We'll say something that's right and exact. That's not necessarily politically correct. And then guess what? We apologize. We delete the tweet. We delete the Instagram post. Come on, man. We need to be able to speak our mind and stand on that truth. We start speaking the truth, and then we delete the truth, recant the truth, apologize, just so we can continue on these platforms. Like, come on, man. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that, man. If you spoke your truth, man, stand on that truth that you spoke. Stop apologizing. Stop apologizing, man. Stop taking it back, man. That's making us look bad. That's making us look terrible. We say something, then delete it. Then apologize. Like, man, I ain't mean to say that. My account was hacked. Little stuff like that, man. Nah, stand on that truth that you spoke. Stand on it. Like, stand on that truth, man. We can't be afraid to stand on that truth. As Professor Griff say, speak truth to power. Like, we cannot be afraid to speak that truth, man. Stand on it. That's only going to make us more powerful, period. Oh, Kyle, 100%. But at the end of the day, man, that's why we always got to strive to do for self and strive to create our own platforms, man. We can't let these platforms, we can't let these media outlets enslave us. We can't let it happen. We can't let it happen. And that's what happens. We become slaves to these platforms. We become slaves to the dollar bill. As the book says, $1 million slaves. That's what them athletes are, $1 million slaves. So we slaves to the dollar bills, man. We slaves to this income. We slaves to them checks, man. We slaves to these platforms, period. And we got to break free of that. Justin Green, biphobia. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't even want to talk about that, man. That's ridiculous, man. Biphobia. Really, if you don't swing both ways, you biphobia now. I told y'all, man. I said this in another live. I said probably about 30, 40 years from now, it's gonna be a taboo to be 100% straight and never have had any type of homosexual experience. So 30, 40 years from now, if you interacting with somebody and they ask you, man, have you ever tried to experiment with the same sex, and you say no, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. You're gonna be the oddball. That's gonna be the way of the world, man. You listen, if you haven't had any experience 30, 40 years from now with the same sex, then they're gonna be looking at you like you strange. That's the way the world headed. Like, man, you ain't never tried something with another dude. That's crazy. That's where the world is headed. See, Tay, what I'm saying? She was doing good, then all of a sudden she had to include the trans women in there. Here we go. I mean, goodness. Like, dude. Ah, boy. Savon, you already know, be live and direct. That's the only way to be. Brittany, and that's what I'm saying. People see, whoo, when people start talking to me, listen, when people start talking to me and act like I used to have these debates about people being born that way. I can get into a whole science in regards to why I disagree with that. But now it is definitely obvious that most of the people that claim to be homosexual, they were like turned out. That now we know that that's the case. Now we know that that's the case. We know it. We now know that that is the case. A lot of these people that are now gay, they chose to be that way. I know a lot of them. Listen, and how can I show and prove that? A lot of them have kids, man. So a lot of them then had kids, had 2 or 3 kids, had several kids. Then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they choosing to be gay. So, man, I could get into this field, man. They didn't have some type of experience, and somebody that thought that they could turn them out and turned them out. Now here you go. Now here you go. And all you got to do is watch the television screen, and that's what you're going to see. So it's all in your face, man. So that's why you're seeing a lot more of them. That's it. That's it. Oh, cow, no doubt. Lose your whole job. Lose your whole job. But again, like I said, you can talk bad about your own people with no problem. Oh, that's cool. Applaud. Go viral. Brittany, that, man, the more you tell me about this situation, the more I'm starting to get annoyed with the situation. I'll tell you, I go off when they do that. Don't do it. Don't lump me in that. Don't lump me in. Nah, don't lump us in that same category. Don't do it. Don't do it. And Travian, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Don't do it. Don't lump me in it. Because I'm gonna start. That's when I'm gonna give you the truth. Hands down. Don't do it. Tell you 100%. And now, in regards to being sexually violated at a very young age, nowadays the sexual violation is just coming with watching something on TV. Because now they just throwing it in your face. It's on the cartoons, it's on the, like, now it's just in your face. So now to look at the, like, they exposed to it. They exposed to it. So that's all it is now. Now they exposed to it at an earlier age, and now you can't talk. You can't talk about. You can't say, hey, no, you ain't supposed to do this. This not what you do. You do this. You can't say that now. Now you got to let them be exposed to, and you got to say, well, this is acceptable. So it's like, there you go. There you go. That's what's happening. Like let you be in like a classroom setting with some kids, and they start showing homosexuality to the kids, and you say, no, this is not right. Man, you about to get put out the classroom. You about to get put out the classroom. Terenzo, they got to go. They got to go. Yeah, righteous, man. They doing it, man. They doing it. They do. I remember, man. I just saw, what was that? Kid Cudi walking around with the little weird clothing on, man, and they was trying to justify it, man. Who they say he was making a tribute to? Was it Kurt Cobain or something? Man, I'm like, nah, man. Like, get on with that nonsense, man. Quit putting on this. Like, come on, man. back when the skinny jeans was a thing, I never rocked the skinny jeans. Man, I just ain't never listen. Nah, man, I ain't never rocked like that. Man, I ain't shopping in the women's section. Man, I'm gonna let the women wear their clothes. Man, I'm gonna let the women have their clothes. I'm not walking around with purses and all that type of stuff. Man, I ain't walking around with that stuff, man. I ain't living like that. And I feel like I'm the last of a dying breed. I feel like a rare breed out here, man, because I choose to wear my pants a little bit baggy, man. I don't want to. I ain't walking around with no tight jeans on, no tight pants on. Ain't happening. Like I honestly feel like I'm a rare breed. Every other little dude you see, pants just tight on. Like, man, come on, dog. Tavon, I already talked about it. Pedophilia is next, and then bestiality is after that. That's the process. That's how that's gonna go. That's how that's gonna go. They already in the works of legalizing pedophilia. They already in the works of that. They already in the works of that. So that's already in the works. We ain't even gotta wait for that. That's gonna happen in our lifetime. That's already in the works. Then bestiality gonna be after that. People gonna be out here loving on the animals. Like, I mean, they pretty much already doing that, but it's gonna be in the process. They're gonna be in the process of legalizing it, man. How you gonna argue with somebody? Man, I was born this way. I just had a fascination with young women, with young men, with young boys, young girls. Like I had a fascination with it. And I feel like it's nothing that I can do. Like I mean, that's already in the works though. Y'all can look that up. That's already in the works. Kyle, man, man, listen. I don't know if I can name a modern TV show where there is no form of homosexuality in the show. Every modern show that you watch got some element in it, I feel. I ain't watched every show that's modern, but I feel like every modern show has some form of homosexuality in it. Like, does it need to be in every show? Literally. Can we have one show where it's just not the case? And then you know what's funny to me too? This is what I find funny in regards to the argument. When they say, oh, well, y'all push the heterosexual lifestyle on the children. How can you push something that's natural? How can we push something that's natural? Naturally, man and woman come together to create child. That's natural. That's normal. So you can't push nature on somebody. They gonna naturally see nature. All they got to do is analyze. All they got to do is walk outside and they're gonna see man, woman, female, male. Like all they got to do is study nature. So they're gonna naturally see that. So that's not something that has to be pushed on children, force fed to children. So we can't push the heterosexual lifestyle on children. That is normal. They're gonna see, if they got a mother and father, guess what they're gonna see? They're gonna see the mother and father showing affection towards one another. Are we gonna say the mother and father is pushing the heterosexual lifestyle on them? You can't push what's normal on them. They're gonna naturally see that. So stop saying that we pushing the heterosexual lifestyle on them. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Joy to serving, man. That's too authentic. If somebody blocked you because you too authentic and you want some healing, you don't need them in your life. You don't need them in your life anyway. CC, peace. What's going on? All righteous, no doubt. They've been trying to stop the reproduction for a minute, and they succeeding out here. They doing pretty good. Yeah, Kyle, I saw it. I'm like, man, come on, Kid Cudi, man, come on, like, quit doing that. Terenzo, right on for that donation. You said I said on the Facebook post in the past, I came here from love, knowing nothing other than love until people taught me otherwise. But now they're mad about what I've learned. Like, whoa, you taught this hate, not me. Exactly. Exactly. And Tay, I already know. I already know. In LA, they rock it religiously. Like, nah. They rock it around this way too, though. They rock it in the Midwest. Like, we are the Midwest. So they rock it here too. Gets on my nerves, grind my gears. Man, I ain't rocking none of that. When it's cold and I throw on a hoodie out here, like I got a baggy hoodie on, and I'm like, I'm looking at some of the clothes. I'm like, man, what is going on out here? Brittany V, man, I'm gonna do. Man, I was watching old Sanford and Son. Boy, go back and watch some Sanford and Son. Just go back and watch Sanford and Son. The way that they used to talk about the homosexual community and that's on that show, man, that show would not get anywhere near close to any type of airtime in today's time. No, boy, whoo, not at all, not close, not close. Oh, Kyle, I did 100% to seeing that. 100% to seeing that. Turn them down. All of a sudden, you must don't like her because you gay. What? Interesting. Hey, Justin, man, you'd be surprised. I see it all the time. How can you can push something that's natural and normal? That's crazy. That's like me. Listen, pushing heterosexual. That's crazy, man. That's just like me telling people I'm pushing them to drink water or something. Like that's natural. That's normal, man. It's natural and that's normal. Kyle, wow, they messing with Bert and Ernie now. Wow. King Grady, I ain't see. I gotta do the knowledge or something like that. That's crazy. She got arrested. She got arrested. It's the way of the world, though. It's a new way of the world. That's what it is. That's what's going on right now. Kevin, appreciate that donation. And definitely no skinny jean gang. Rocking no skinny jeans, man. I ain't doing it. I ain't rocking it, man. I ain't rocking them. I'm not rocking them tight clothing, man. I ain't doing it. The tightest thing I'm gonna wear is when I work out, man, and wear like the little tight shirts working out. That's about it. Other than that, no, sir. Brittany, I don't remember that. I'm gonna have to find that. I'm gonna have to do the knowledge of that particular story. Oh, Tavon, no doubt. I done had plenty of people. Like I said, I used to get threatened on Facebook back in the day. Hey, you might want to watch what you saying, man. Like what you saying is like a little too truthful. A lot of people don't. There's some people that don't like that, like little stuff like that. As if I'm about to be afraid. Like that ain't you. You could try that fear for somebody else, man. Like I ain't got nothing to lose at this point, man. We good. We gonna keep rolling. Akuma, man. The McDonald's, man. Yeah, nah. 2021, man. You should not be eating McDonald's. Righteous, I already know. Terrence, I'm telling you, watch that. You watch that old Sanford or something, man. Nope. The LGBTQ community would not fool with it. Denise, battle you big time. Battle you big time. Like I said, I was infamous for these battles back in the day because I used to speak my mind. They say speak your mind, forever hold your peace. I ain't feel like holding my peace, so I used to speak my mind to get in all these type of debates and arguments. But like you say, having common sense, that was enough for people to go ahead and try to debate with you. And now you're trying to debate logic and common sense, talking in circles. Talking in circles. Ms. Donnie, peace. What's going on? Well, Justin, I shouldn't have even said drinking water. Just the fact that to drink something like the thirst, like you naturally will get thirsty, so you're gonna naturally have the urge to drink something. So you ain't gotta force somebody to have the urge to drink something. That's gonna naturally come to them. Just like hunger, when it's time for somebody to eat, they're gonna naturally have the desire or the urge to consume some food. Naturally, that naturally happens. It's not something that you have to force on somebody. I don't have to keep showing you commercials saying, "Hey, this is hunger. Hey, this is thirst." Like, no, you're gonna naturally have the urge to drink something and eat something. A child, what they're gonna do, they're gonna cry. Like you're gonna have a natural urge to do this. It's not something that we have to push on people. So you can't push nature on people. Can't force nature on people. So I don't like when people say that. Oh, Kyle, yeah, you doggone right they wearing purses and all that. Travian, I already know. I already know. You ain't even have to tell me that you was influenced by Wayne because I was around him, around the jerking movement and all that nonsense. Dudes was all into the skinny jeans. A lot of people that I was around was into the skinny jeans. I was never down with it because, for one, I ain't really too much like Lil Wayne like that. So all the people I liked at that time, and I was liking a lot of different artists, and they wasn't rocking with the skinny jeans. So I was rolling and rocking with them. So I'm glad I ain't really get influenced by Wayne, but I already knew it. They was that boy. Woo! I already know the area you talking about. And I dodged it. I was like, man, I don't fool with Wayne, I don't fool with none of this nonsense, I don't fool with this jerking nonsense, I don't fool with it. I wasn't rocking Vans. Like, I ain't fool with any of that. Like, I ain't fool with none of that stuff that started popping at that particular time. Nope. Oh, Kuma, you already know I'm good. Oh, Miss Donnie, being a man nowadays is, like I said, it's offensive. What? Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean being a man? Like, you almost, like, it ain't really no separation these days. Ain't really no separation. So you think you say anything about manhood, you say anything about what being a man entails, it's over. Argument. People got a problem. They offended. So you can't talk about manhood. You can't tell a young boy this is what a man does. Can't do it. You can't do it. They're gonna crucify you. They're gonna throw you on that cross. They're gonna stone you to death. What are you talking about? That's blasphemy. Why are you trying to teach this young boy how to grow up to be a man? No. Teach that young boy to grow up to be whatever it is he wants to be. Basically, what they saying is let us influence him instead of you. Oh, the shell, I'm already knowing. Color purple. Oh, yeah, Tavon. Like, if you listen, the only time you can use the word masculinity is if toxic is in front of it. That's it. That's it. They have made that a toxic word now. So now, back in the days, I mean, it was as simple as when you talked about what it was, what it meant to be a man. It was as simple as saying that meant that you was a provider. You protected the family, like you was the strength, the head of the household. None of this is offensive. None of this is offensive. None of this is saying I don't care anything about this woman. I don't care anything about the female. I don't care anything about none of that. No. When you was talking about what it means to be a man, you was talking about doing whatever you got to do to support that family, putting that family on your back, being that provider, being that protector, being the head of the household. Like, that's literally what manhood was all about. All this other nonsense, they associated that with manhood, but that's not what I was taught in regards to being a man. No. So when they start talking about all this other nonsense that they are associating with manhood, that's not what I was taught. Manhood was what I just described. When they was breaking it down to me when I was a young boy growing up, when they was breaking down manhood to me based off what I saw and based off what I was told, that's what it was. Providing for the fam, protecting the fam, being the head of the household, making sure that if all fail, you can take care of everybody in this household. That's what that meant. That's what I saw. That's what I was told. It ain't had nothing to do with going around sleeping with a million different women. That ain't what we was talking about in regards to manhood. Abusing women ain't part of manhood. So I don't know why people are associating that with some form of manhood, thinking that's what a man does. No. Like, nah, don't place those, don't associate us with those things when we talking about manhood, because that's not what we talking about. Then y'all know that that's not what we talking about. Brittany, you do that, it's a wrap. You better not say girls wear dresses and boys wear suits. What do you mean? How do you know the boys don't want to wear dresses and the girls may not want to wear the suits? That's what they're gonna hit you with. That's what they're gonna hit you with. Music Innovator, appreciate that donation. Magic Rims, they get offended big time. I keep it neutral. I call everybody dude just to eliminate all the confusion. Everybody dude. I just call everybody dude. Dude. They call everybody dude. Everybody got one word, dude. Oh, Denise, they do anything for it. Anything for it. Anything for it. Yeah, see, they don't want to talk about the ramifications in regards to the health effects of the skinny jeans. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. Denise, now how we taking a course on law and it turns into LGBT rights? How? See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh, Kyle, no doubt. I used to do the same thing. Once I learned the truth, I fixed that immediately, or what Ti would say, expeditiously. So, Brittany, they putting the X near the gender option. All right, I'm about to start getting bold with it. I'm about to. People better stop playing. I'm about to identify as the richest man on the planet. That's what I'm about to identify as. I'm about to identify as the richest man on the planet. I'm about to identify as the wealthiest man on the planet. See where that get me. Pseudo charlatans, peace. Yeah, Thunder Scorpion, man, Andre 3000. And then even CeeLo, man, that's when CeeLo did that and he broke down his reasoning. But I'm still like, dude, no. Like, don't do that. I'm never going to agree with a grown man rocking some feminine clothing. I don't care who does it. I say I'll never agree. I can't do it. I don't care who you are. You can be my biggest role model. You do that, I'm questioning you at this point. Bradley, no doubt. I ain't never went out and just fought a person for being gay. I ain't never went out and just fought a person for being homosexual. Yet I would get called homophobic. I disagree with a lot of lifestyle choices that people make, but I'm not going out here fighting people because of them. I just disagree with them, and I can express why I disagree with them verbally. And there you go. I guess that's you're homophobic and you hate them. Kyle, there you go, bro. I used to do bro. I used to do bro. Now it's just dude. Neutral terminology. Everybody is dude. Oh, Brittany V. Listen, good question. Boom. Do you think the extreme feminism movement has caused this? Yes, they part of it. They part of this. They part of this. They part of the origins of this. They part of the cause. And do you think it ruined the black family household? Yes. You know, women not needing a man. Yes. Yes, 100% ruined the black family household. And then see what happened is basically this was all created by design. So we already know who the unseen hand behind the creation of this is. So we already know that. We already know who is really involved in creating this type of environment. So what happens is, boom, you create this movement and you make the woman feel as if she doesn't need the man. Then you start giving her these better jobs than her counterpart. So then it's like it's confirmed and validated that, hey, I don't necessarily need this man. I'm out here doing good by myself on my own. What I need him for. There we go. So they already knew what they was doing. They was like, boom, we gonna kick the black man out of the household. Then boom, we gonna give the black women, we gonna give them all these good jobs, these decent paying jobs. Meanwhile, the black man got to go work 45,000 jobs to create his own opportunity to make a decent income out here. But we gonna make it easier for the black woman to succeed in the corporate ladder, in the corporate structure. So therefore, it's gonna look as though she don't need the man financially. And we're going to make it that much harder for the black man to get any type of decent position unless he sells his people out and sells himself out. So that was by design. So they knew what they was doing, did a very good job of that. They know how their school system is set up. They know the school system is not set up in a way that young black boys, that it will benefit the young black boys. See, we get labeled with ADHD and things like that because the way we learn is different. We cannot tolerate sitting down in that classroom structure. We are more hands-on. It's science to back this. So a young girl can sit in a classroom setting a lot better than we can. We need to get up, we need to move, we need to be active. So they know the school system is not necessarily designed for the male to thrive, for the young boy to thrive. So then what's going to happen is you're going to have the young girls, they're going to go through the school system, and you're going to have more women being educated than the men. You're going to have more women going through the college process than the dudes, because the school system ain't really designed in our favor, because that's just not how we learn. We more hands-on. We need to do things. So that's why we got all the stuff that we got right now, man. So that definitely plays a big role, big part. But they knew what they was doing from the jump, though. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my queens on here, man. But everybody is dude to me. I just do. Everybody do. I don't know what to call people, so I call everybody dude. I can't help it now. Steven, I believe it. Joey, appreciate that donation. You say you've been celibate quite some time to heal myself from trauma. But when I've been walking on my healing journey, my own family called me crazy, and I have to let everybody go. Just let them go. Just let them go, bro. Don't worry about it. You got to protect your peace, got to protect your sanity. Thunder Scorpion, you say when they say pray the gay away now. Of course, I don't really too much care about the religious perspective in regards to this. And that's another thing, too. People assume when I disagree with the homosexual lifestyle that I'm religious. Like, all right, you must be. Nope. But I don't really care for when they say pray the gay away. Like, nah, I ain't even about to get that extreme with it. I'm just gonna disagree with the lifestyle. I ain't about to tell you to meditate your gayness away or try to pray your gayness away. No, you can be you, but I need for you to admit certain things about your lifestyle. If you're not willing to admit those things and you living in denial, then that's when I got the problem with you. But I ain't about to try to make you do affirmations to release the gay from you, from within you. Like, I'm not about to do all that. I'm just not with the lifestyle, and you ain't finna get me to push it. You ain't about to get me to agree with it. Point blank, period. Sharif and Peace, what's going on? Yeah, them dresses, Thunder, them dresses annoy me when them dudes put on them dresses. Steven, no doubt. Always got to protect yourself. Protect yourself, protect your family. Yeah, righteous. And that's one thing they don't understand, that like we just ain't built to be sitting there for 7-8 hours. Like we just like, nah, man, we ready to get up, we ready to go hit a backflip off a air conditioning unit or something. Like we ready to do something just crazy. Like that's the way we wired as young boys, man, young men. Like we ready to go do something. We ready to go tackle one another on concrete. Like that's the type of stuff that we ready to go do. We ain't trying to sit around and listen to this old white lady talk. Like, nah, we ready to go. We going to sleep. You know, so that's just, nah, we just think we ain't wired for that, man. And it's a lot of science, it's a lot of studies that validate that and confirm that that's just not the proper learning environment for a young boy. Like, we just got to be doing something else, man. We got to be out here, got to be active. But then they make it feel like you got a problem, so they label you with some type of condition that you don't actually have. So we already know how that go. We already know how that's rolling. Sharif, man, sun up to sun down. Sun up to sun down. We used to be outside, man. We used to be active. We used to be active, man. We used to be out here doing whatever it is we was doing. Oh, Kuma, man, you like, hey, you can take the best parts from anything, man, apply it to self, and then grab some jewels from them, man, and use it to benefit your life. Most definitely. Righteous Reese is full of allegories, parables, and things like that. That's pretty much what it is. Allegories, parables, man, meant to convey a message, a deeper meaning. So you always got to take the stories from the religion and you always got to extract the meaning. That's why a lot of people, when it comes to religion, that's why a lot of people tell you, oh, you're not interpreting that scripture correctly, because it's all open to interpretation. There is no universal interpretation for the scriptures because it's all open to interpretation. So it's all about perception, how you see the scripture. Oh, Steven, I don't know if you was with me at the beginning of this stream, but I was talking about that. I ain't talk about it via the school teachings, but I definitely talk about the single mothers. I talked about that earlier. I talked about it. So rewind that, and you're gonna see what I said about that. Definitely said that they're responsible for some of this. But when you, like I said, when you say that, now you under attack. You under attack, but it is what it is. I was born under attack. So I don't care about saying something that leads to me being under attack. I was born that way. As soon as I was born a black man, it's under attack from there forward. So I ain't really had no choice based off how I was born. I was born under attack. So it don't matter what I say at this particular point. Maybe like you need to watch what you say. Man, come on, we born black men and women in America. We passed that. Soon as we was born black in America, it was over. From that point, it don't matter what you say. At that point, it don't matter what you say. Like this is it don't matter. It don't matter. Hold on. What Brittany say? I feel like I'm missing some of the comments. The white South African actress is raising her two adopted black sons as girls. Almost cried she got them wearing pink skirts and dresses since she adopted them. They girls. Yep. But let them tell it. They was born that way, huh? Let them tell it. They was born that way. I bet you that's what they say. Well, they was born that way. Nope. Nope. But man, y'all, I told y'all, man, I get the vent. I gotta make a move, man. This stream I was just getting warmed up. Again, I might have to tap in with y'all again later this evening after I train these folks. But man, I gotta make this move, man. I appreciate comments, donations, all that good stuff, man. I might have to tap back in with y'all like an hour or so from now. But I gotta go kill some of these clients real quick. Then I may pick back up where I left off because I was just getting warmed up, man. We just getting warmed up in this joint. So I might catch y'all in about another hour or so, man. I'm out. Got to make these moves. Y'all be easy out here, y'all. Peace.